Previously.
Malcolm is going to see someone that he should avoid.
Malcolm clearly is doing something that he doesn't want anyone to know about. Now, we've been doing this far too long to be playing stupid. You know what he's doing, so tell me.
Lana, the less you know, the better.
And you're still making the same mistakes. Denise knew who you were and she loved you just the same. You should have been more honest. Who knows? Maybe Lana knows too.
You said you wanted to know, so put on your big girl panties. T-Money killed Denise and Renee. Malcolm killed T-Money as payback.
He's going to see Ice.
Wait, Ice, as in T-Money's older brother?
From Jill's conversation, Malcolm is telling Ice that he killed his brother.
Are you kidding me? Ice would kill Malcolm when he finds that out.
Don't you dare say my brother's name. His murder's still unanswered, so unless you know who killed him, keep your fucking money and your condolences.
If that's what you want, then I'll give you his murderer.
Who is it?
Me.
My accounts are showing 0. This can't be right.
Vanessa, you're bankrupt.
Malcolm, time's up. Vanessa's bankrupt and she knows it too.
Which means you're public enemy number 1.
You know he did this, Vanessa.
Malcolm is as good as dead. If I were you, I would keep my distance. Vanessa! Bye, Meredith.
Him and Vanessa are at war. He's leaving Andrea. Lana is back, and only God knows what else he's doing.
Sounds like there's more happening than meets the eye. Interesting.
And now, dear love.
Well, look who it is. This is a pleasant surprise.
Hello, Daphne. Good to hear your voice, too.
It's not that often I get a call from the head of the Dubois family.
No need to be so formal. This isn't a business call. It's a leisure call.
Is it really?
Well, in our line of business, the lines are often blurred.
Yes, they are. So what can I do for you, Mama Dubois?
Nothing. You were always the one I liked the most out of Malcolm's friends.
Malcolm didn't have very many friends to begin with. The pool of candidates was quite slim.
True. Nonetheless, you're still my favorite. How's the family?
They're well, active as always. I'm sure the Dubois family is the same.
Active is an understatement, but well, nonetheless.
Daughters upset with their brothers.
Extracurricular activities children do, hoping parents don't discover. You know, the things that make a family family. Would you happen to know about that?
I can't relate. I'm an only child. Brother and sister conflicts are not my forte.
Then your parents were the lucky ones. Children can be quite a handful, especially if you have a son. Boys can be bold, aggressive,
and equally quite messy.
They can make a mess of things and hide their hand as if they've done nothing of the sort. So, as a parent raising a son, the trick isn't to watch from over their shoulder, but rather from a distance. Then you see clearly what your son is up to. But like you said, you're an only child. Your parents had a good daughter and raised you well.
Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome. Well, I've other calls to make. As always, it's a pleasure speaking to you, Daphne.
The pleasure is certainly mine, Mama Dubois. This is getting better and better.
Is that Rosalind? Hey, how are you?
Hey, Emily, I'm good. Sit down, take a seat.
Oh, thanks. I haven't seen you or Andrea in a while. What's new these days?
You mean that fiasco called a party? Girl, my life has been nothing but hell since Geo's get together, okay?
Really? Well, don't keep me in the dark. Spill the tea already.
It's too much to even talk about. I get exhausted even thinking about it.
Oh, come on. My life is so boring. Give me the gossip. I'm starving for some good drama.
Okay, girl. I got you. It's Andrea and her ex.
You mean Malcolm, Andrea, and his ex?
That was messy too, but no. I meant what I said. Andrea and her ex.
Oh, please, please, please. Tell me.
Well, after the party, Andrea started talking back to Q again.
Who's Q?
His name is Quinn. He's Andrea's ex-boyfriend. She was with him before she got with Malcolm. He works for an IT firm here in the city.
So Andrea and her ex started talking again after the party?
Worse. She been sleeping with the Nick. Yes, Lord. Sleeping with him all over again.
Whoa, wait. She started sleeping with him after her and Malcolm broke up, right?
See, that's the thing. No. Her and Malcolm were still together, and they hadn't even spoken about what happened at the party either. Quentin was up over there kissing all on Andrea, and she's sitting there letting him do it.
While her and Malcolm had unfinished business?
Yes, exactly.
Wait a minute. How do you know all these details, Rosalind?
Because I saw it with my own eyes. I saw Quentin's hands all on Andrea. I saw him kissing on her. I wish I can unsee it. Woo, he made me so nauseous.
So Andrea was sleeping with Quentin before the breakup with Malcolm. I would have never thought her to do that.
So here's the rundown. Your family's estate is secure. However, Vanessa's recent debacle has caused...
This is not my debacle. Vanessa, you know damn well you started that fight. I told you this was not the way.
Both of you shut up. I neither have the patience nor the tolerance to deal with your egos. Vanessa, you're broke. Meredith, you're not. Now, what do I need to know?
Vanessa picked the fight with the wrong man.
Vanessa, I've known Malcolm Dubois since you started doing business with him. He is not tech savvy to this degree to wipe you out. Now, what don't I know?
Then he paid someone to do this. Either way, he's behind this.
And why would Malcolm want to go to war with you? What's happening between you and him?
Tell her, Vanessa.
Shut up, Meredith. You're antagonizing an already volatile situation. It's not helping. Vanessa, what's up between you and Malcolm?
Celeste, I am taking him out of business. Ava and I are taking all of his clients.
You're telling me that you're engaging in a corporate takeover with your former business partner, and you didn't think I needed to know that?
No, she didn't, because Vanessa knows everything.
And what about you, Meredith? You knew Vanessa was attempting something of this magnitude, and you didn't see fit to tell me either?
Of course not. Her commitment is to Malcolm Dubois and not this family. I didn't tell Malcolm anything that he already didn't know. But you're still talking to him. You have no commitment to this family. No. What you mean is I have no loyalty to you. I'm not going to stand behind you when I know you're doing something wrong. So no, you're not getting my blind allegiance. So much for having a sister. Eat shit, Vanessa.
Enough! For the two of you all to be sisters, this is a damn shame. If your parents could see you right now, they'll roll over in their graves. I know I'm not your mama, but I swear to God, you two better figure this shit out. Meredith, you're the oldest. Act like it. Vanessa, your fight with Malcolm has already cost you a lot. Fix it. And here's a little personal advice. Win or walk away. Otherwise, you'll cost this family everything. Do you understand me?
Are you referring to a family merger, Benjamin? Because we've not done that in decades.
Alice is right. A family merger has not happened in a very long time. Besides, with whom would we merge and Why would we do it?
Family mergers are almost equivalent to arranged marriages. We don't have any such arrangement with any family in place, nor do we have candidates to groom.
Alice, we're dying off. Every time one of us dies, this family loses influence and equity. Time is killing us, and no amount of money is going to make us live forever. Our family marries for love, and half of those marriages end in divorce. Prenups are ignored, and then when those marriages fail, those spouses want half of what is our financial legacy. Then we spend an ungodly amount of money on legal fees just to make sure that that doesn't happen, and we end up losing some of those battles. We need a merger. A merger's our best option.
I agree, but we know all the families at the table.
And we don't have any connections to make a merger happen in the time that we need.
Then we choose a new family, Diana.
A new family? You know how I feel about new money. It's not reliable.
Wait a minute, Diana. Benjamin might be onto something. What are you thinking?
We need a family who controls a different industry. Something old enough to be respected, yet popular enough to be relevant.
What industry is that? And please, for the love of God, don't say rap.
Benjamin is thinking fashion. Go ahead. Tell them what you're really thinking, Benjamin.
So there's a man who's made quite a name for himself. I mean, he's quietly brilliant. His company is in everything fashion related, yet he personally stays out of the headlines. This guy brokers relationships easily, as if he's groomed for it.
And he comes from a family that is also very quiet, yet have their hands in everything textile, commercial and non-commercial. They've become quite wealthy, very powerful, and they don't have a seat at the table. Nor do they care to sit with the elitists. I know the man you think of, and his family.
You should know him quite well, Daphne. Because he's been your best friend for quite some time now.
Hey, let me give you a call back.
What's up?
My mother is here.
What? You have a mother?
Yes, I do have a mother. I'll holler at you later. Mom?
So, how is my favorite son doing?
I'm your only son.
Just trying to make you feel special. Seems like some of my children need to feel extra special these days.
Only the one you like the least needs that attention.
I agree with you there. However, it's starting to look like you like your little sister less and less these days.
Just your perception. So, I take it she told you about her meeting, I see.
Of course she did. She called me crying about it. I was in another meeting with another crybaby. Something about, yes, sex trafficking and attempted kidnapping.
That sounds about right.
Just for entertainment purposes. Tell me, how did Mariah end up almost being a sex slave?
She didn't follow directions.
I figured that as much, but entertain me with the details.
My client likes to get away with as much as he can when he can. He wanted to renegotiate his contract because he's greedy and cheap, but he has a soft spot for pretty women. I told her to wait for Alex and not go alone, but she decided that she was smarter than me. And my client, well, he did what I expected him to do.
And Alex arrives, retrieves Mariah, kills the renegotiation plans, and now you have a client scared of what you're going to do next. Well played. I taught you well. I never thought you would use your sister as bait while playing your client's predictable impulses.
Mariah wasn't bait. It was a test and she failed. My client failed his test too. As a matter of fact, there was also a test for Alex to see what her training with Sapphire would produce, and she passed. Fortunately for Mariah.
I thought you were adamant about keeping Mariah from the family business. What changed?
She's a Dubois.
I don't think she is, love.
I know the family doesn't see her that way, especially you. The sad part about it is she has no idea how the family, or for that matter, how you really see her.
That's on you, love. You wanted to insulate her.
You left me no choice. I lost one sister to the family. I'm not losing a second one.
In my eyes, you have one sister and Mariah is not it. She is just a bad charity decision that I regret. But you didn't answer the question, love. Why start training her now?
She needs to know what it means to be my sister. I'm not going to always be around to protect her, and she needs to be able to protect herself.
Sounds like my son is beginning to understand what it takes to lead the family.
I've no interest in leading the family. That's your thing, not mine.
I did not spend all my time grooming you for you to ride off into the sunset. The time will come, the family will call, and you will answer.
You mean when you call, I better answer, right?
Dear love, when the family calls, you will answer because I am the family. Now come on, indulge a mother to enjoy some quality time with her favorite son. So, Lana's back.
Wait a second. Are we talking about who I think we're talking about?
Yes, Alice. We're discussing the Dubois family.
I thought we concluded that discussion. The general consensus was they amassed their wealth through criminal activity, and we didn't want to be tied up in that conversation.
The conversation ended there because there was no place to progress the conversation. Besides, what wealthy family, including ours, became wealthy without getting a little dirty along the way? Now we're having the conversation again because things have changed, haven't they, Daphne?
Yes, they have, Uncle. Lana has come back into Malcolm's life.
Deborah Phillips' daughter? Lana?
Yes, our cousin.
I'm sorry. Am I the only one not following?
Lana and Malcolm were in love 11 years ago. They went their separate paths, but now she's back into his life, and she plans to be by Malcolm's side permanently.
Which gives us the perfect opportunity for a merger. Daphne convinces Lana and Malcolm to be able to marry for love, and we get the Dubois-Belafontaine merger, sustaining the relevance amongst the other families. It's a win-win scenario.
But this only works if Daphne can convince Malcolm to marry Lana, right?
Exactly.
Therefore, the only question remains, can you convince Malcolm Dubois to marry our cousin Lana, Daphne?
I told her to stop before her actions with Quentin permanently closed the doors with Malcolm. I knew if Malcolm found out about her and Q, he would never forgive her, and they were already on rocky ground to begin with.
Yeah, Malcolm doesn't do second chances. Wait a second. Does Malcolm even know?
I doubt it.
Why is that?
Because Quentin is still breathing. If Malcolm knew Andrea slept with Quentin before they broke up, he would have both of their heads on a spit.
Well, you're not lying about that.
Quentin just make me so sick.
Why does he bother you so much? I mean, beyond the obvious of him and Andrea.
Because he's a hoe. Him and Andrea broke up because he shuffles women around like a dealer shuffles cards. Quentin is so incapable of monogamy. All he lives for is using women and getting what he wants. Something is wrong with him.
Have you told Andrea?
Have I told Andrea? It's a broken record when it comes to Q. It doesn't matter now because she's moved to Houston. But she tells me she's still seeing Q and that he has a new business partner he's working with.
A new business partner?
Yeah, Andrea said it was someone who can't stand Malcolm. She told me the name, but I can barely remember it. It was something like Vicky? Vivian?
Vanessa?
Yeah, that's it. She said the chick tried to break her and Malcolm up because they didn't like each other.
Oh, that's definitely Vanessa. And Quentin is working with her? Oh, Rosalind, this is bad. This isn't good at all. This is really bad.
How bad is it?
Do you hear me, Vanessa?
I didn't sign up for this.
It's too late, Vanessa.
If I go down, you go down.
You're my best friend. I didn't know.
It doesn't matter now.
It does matter. It will always matter to me.
Keep your nerve, Vanessa. You just as dirty as me. Don't make me kill you to keep you silent. I can't believe this shit.
What's wrong?
Authorities know the model of the car killing Denise and Renee. They just don't know who it is. And they're dragging their feet.
So they know what type of car it is? What kind of car is it?
1979 Plymouth Dart. I just can't figure out who drives that kind of car.
You know, T-Money drives that type of car. He's been a fender bender lately. Nobody knows what happened. Maybe...
That son of a bitch. I'm gonna make a pay for this.
Malcolm, wait! You know what?
What'd it do?
Ice, this is Vanessa Dejanay. I want to meet with you.
Vanessa? You mean the broad that works for Malcolm?
Correction. I used to work with Malcolm. Now I don't.
So why you need to meet with me?
Because I want you to do a job for me.
And why would I want to do anything for you?
The job that you do for me will bring you a great sense of personal satisfaction.
I doubt it. As a matter of fact, I doubt anything that you offer me could bring me satisfaction.
I know who killed your brother, Ice.
Say again?
You heard me loud and clear. Though I think you've always had your suspicion all these years. I pay you, tell you the name, and you do the job.
Who killed my baby brother? And what's the job?
Malcolm Dubois killed T-Money. And the job is simple. Lay him down. Permanently.
You know what? No more phone conversations. Let's meet.
Dear love. Dear love.